guys. Oh gosh, Alexis is ready to read me for filth. Brianna, I'm doing well. Everything is okay. Tay, we're glad you're here. Daisy, I'm so sorry that was your experience. Um, who else is in here? Lakeisha girl. I'm sorry. I had every intention of watching it with you guys. Who else is in here? Um, Hi, still Anastasia. I, I never know how to say your name. But it wasn't the same without y'all either. It wasn't the same without y'all either. But I am back home. I haven't been home for over a week. No, I think it was just a week. Yeah. I haven't been on YouTube for over a week, but I'm back. Can you hear my voice? I'm exhausted. I am so tired, but thank you, Kathy. I appreciate the forgiveness. Let me explain myself, okay? Let me explain myself. I want the record to be clear that even on my time off, I didn't even watch anything. I didn't watch YouTube. I didn't watch any TV shows. I'm like trying to catch up even today. I kept saying I'm missing the commentary for this foolishness. There's no sound? What? Don't say that. There's no sound. I think you might be on mute there, Risa. Okay, yeah, I think you might be on mute, Risa. Alexis is coming with the energy today. Alexis is not happy with me. I'm sorry. So let me explain what had happened. Okay. So, yes, we're gonna talk about the reunion. I'm still gonna do a video on it. It should be out tomorrow. But what had happened was I told y'all I was gonna help my friend move, right? This is my best friend. I only have one best friend. They live 9 hours away. So the drive itself was a lot, okay? And then I had some business to take care of in Toronto at first. And then I went to where my best friend lives. Literally, like, I haven't seen her in just over a year, maybe. And even before that, so like if y'all haven't seen like my video with her, we weren't friends for 4 years. Like we met at 13. In our like late teens, we had a falling out. And then when we've been back to being friends, we actually haven't physically been in each other's presence for a long time. So when I actually was in her presence again, I was like, damn, like I miss you, bro. So the whole world was cut off. It wasn't just y'all. It was just me and her. Well, and her husband and her kid and some other people, but me and her and adjacent. So that's what had happened. So channel on YouTube uploaded the whole. And I'm seeing that what people like about my channel is the commentary part of it. So I love that you guys love that. I'm glad that, you know, the Queenie channel is different, okay? There's some uniqueness over here. I'm glad. Nice to see you guys again. Hi, Fedora. Hey, Abjubi. Hi, Charisse. Hi, Nicole. Yeah. And so, I mean, libations was flowing. We just had a good old time, man, a good old time. So I was supposed to come back on Friday, but because Quebec is under lockdown and we have like a curfew, they were advising me it's probably not the best idea to drive back on Friday because I would have gotten there past curfew time. So I would have to justify why I'm traveling. I can't really justify why I was out. So they were like, okay, leave Saturday morning. Saturday morning comes and they're like, I mean, really, you want to leave today? Like, why, you know, like we haven't seen you in so long, blah, 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 blah. So then I was like, fine, I'll stay Saturday. Then Sunday came. They almost had me again. They almost had me again. But I got the will, the courage, the gumption to leave Sunday. And thank God I did, because right now, the east coast of Canada, we're going through some crazy snowstorm. I don't know what the hell is happening. I missed you too, Divine. Did you tell your friend about us? I did. I did. Hi, Bella. Oh, curfew is over? You see, I ain't know that. I ain't know that. Thank God it's over. Oof. I'm so done with it. Yeah, but no, I missed you guys. I missed you guys. So to let you guys know what's going on, like this week, I've already watched the reunion. We could talk about it a little bit here, but I'm going to do a video on it. I watched Married at First Sight, the second episode. I watched both of those today. I will be dropping the videos for those tomorrow. I want to do My Mom, Your Dad, but I don't know how many people are watching that show. It looks very interesting to me. The Cabins is also back. I watched it last season. I was a fan of it, but also I don't know how many people were watching it, so I don't want to invest time in filming videos and then people don't watch it. And then this Friday, the watch party will be, I'm looking y'all in the eye. The watch party will happen on Friday, back to our regularly scheduled program. I promise. Bella, is that you saying hi, or do you have a question? Glad to have you, Layla. Girl, I want to tell you I had to go out today because I had to go get milk, and I didn't leave my house this weekend because it was minus 40 both days. Was it? Damn. The little 3 minutes I was clearing my car almost killed me. Today, I had to wear my rain boots because I don't have proper winter shoes. That's a topic for another day. But it almost went over my rain boots, the snow. That's how much snow fell overnight. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't even care if I get a ticket tonight. I'm not shoveling out that car until I see a little bit of sun to melt some of this, because this is ridiculous. Ladies who list, no. Lies, 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 and more lies. If you had Instagram, Alexis, you would know that I wasn't lying. I posted all my shenanigans that I was up to on Instagram. I'm telling the truth, I promise. Oh, you're saying hi. Hi. But yeah, so the reunion. Here is my quick synopsis. When Tasia walked off and it was upset that grown people were acting the way that they were acting, that summed up my entire experience with this season. I know I've already said to you guys that I'm not looking at it as a proper show about making true, long-lasting romantic connections. However, it was still frustrating to watch people in their 30s and 40s act worse than people in their early 20s, late teens. Yeah, it was very disheartening to see. It was disheartening to see people who were given a visual representation of what happened on the show and still sit in confusion and denial. I'm like, it's one thing to have your opinion on what had happened, but to bold-face lie and the people them face saying, I never did that, I never said that, that never happened. I can't. Hi, Night Owl. And the reunion was juicy, but the host didn't prompt enough. I think so too. I think the reunion, it had a lot of good information, but for some reason the structure wasn't working for me. I also didn't like how sometimes they had people on the couch who were completely irrelevant. Why was Walter on the couch at any occasion? Anytime he was on the reduced couches, the topic had nothing to do with him. I think there was a time either Libba or okay, it wasn't Carrie, because Carrie, I know they talked about the Tyrone situation, but I think Libba, why was Libba even in attendance? And where was Shiloh? Shiloh was not in attendance. I'm just like, oh, come on, man. Not forgiven. Can be. Don't do me like that. Come on. You ain't gonna guilt me into getting that devil app. Well, all that I'm saying is, There's evidence to my shenanigans from last week. That's all I'm saying. I was over to see her because this is what a reunion is. You could have stayed home like Shiloh. I understand. I'm definitely like, girl, what are you walking out for? It's not that deep. But her sentiments, I related to. Like, y'all are grown. Camilla's still there making faces. All this stuff confused as hell. Zadia all of a sudden wants to act like she's the bigger person and doesn't understand why people feel like they were threatened by. You watched the footage. Not only did you watch the footage at the reunion, you've been told about your actions by fans, by your castmates. So to see people just literally talking out the side of the mouth when Zadia wants to be the one saying other people are talking out the side of the mouth, she was. Camille was. And honestly, I love Mumin, but Mumin's silence when her brown girl squad was popping off also irritated me. Where's the accountability for your friends? If your friends can't hold you accountable, if you can't hold yourself accountable, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? People were saying that Tasia was attention seeking when she left the room. I don't think so. I would have done the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Tasia was projecting, talking about ghetto. Yeah, the ghetto part, I'm like, okay, sis. Girl, white people, Asian people, Hispanics, everybody argues. This is true. This new season cast is much younger than previous seasons. I'm wondering if that'll make everyone a little more flexible and eager to find real love. I hope so. I didn't take in the ages or anything like that, but I hope that the age thing makes a difference. Because the formula, it ain't working, child. It ain't working. It was so aggravating just watching them lie and play in our face. Literally, the host, what was his name, Tanika? Tanika was like, okay, let's play the footage again. They played it again. They zoomed in Camille's face. Played it a third time. And she's like, I have my finger in my mouth. Somebody was voicing, that was a voiceover. It wasn't me. I'm exhausted. I can't with the show no more. If Tasia's mom is sick, she should have stayed with her mom instead of being on the reunion. I mean, there's contractual obligations to stuff, and people can get fined for not upholding their side of the contract. So I don't know the parameters of why she was in attendance with her situation and Shiloh wasn't, with whatever her situation is. I know some of the cast has been doing interviews saying that there's something that they cannot speak about. Maybe it has to do with Shiloh, and maybe there's a legal reason why she can't be here. Maybe it's COVID. I don't know. But in a lot of cases, there's contractual obligation. Love the host so much better than Tommy. She gave this show a lot of balance. I liked her, but I agree with the other person, I forget who it was, who said she didn't really prompt enough. I would have liked to see more interaction from her. Zadia, not a beating child. And therapy. I heard everyone was out partying. Camille was chasing Sydney around, trying to fight her. She got issues. I mean, she claims she went and got therapy, but I don't know. It was cornball's Stockholm syndrome for me. Anastasia. He's like, yeah, as soon as I met her, I thanked God. My eyes were on her the whole time. It was my intention to pursue her from the beginning. But then you want to complain about not getting enough time to explore their connections and... Okay. Sure. I agree. Oh, did I miss something? Y'all, Zadia kicked Carrie in October accidentally, and Mumin said, the girl, you kicked Carrie because Zadia didn't even apologize. Zadia said, Carrie who? And Carrie and Libel confirmed on Little Black Book. Well, damn. Hi, Vanessa. I'm going to have to watch that and see what you're talking about. Wow. I agree. Mumin is so off-putting. I feel like she lacks discernment and intuition. She didn't know Frank was playing her. She chooses bad friends and bad dating prospects. Diana, I'd have to agree. I loved her because she seemed like one of the most wholesome people to come in. And I mean, aesthetically pleasing beyond, most beauty standards. She's absolutely gorgeous. But when it came to decision making, like you said, when it came to romantic prospect, when it came to friends, nah, nah. And like, I don't even want to say you get what you get with the situation that happened with Frank, but I'm just like, you watched these girls be mean, rude, and disrespectful to people and never said a word then, didn't say a word now. My sympathy is limited. My sympathy is limited. I have to say that. It's sad what happened with her and Frank because I think on her end, she truly believed that it was something there. But y'all know, as we were watching this season, I kept saying, why is she taking the time to entertain him in any capacity? Values don't align. This woman is intentionally dating someone and he's perceiving it as she's being too full on, she's being too aggressive when it comes to letting her emotions be known. Intentionality scares this man. And that's not even where values are put into play. Just you being intentional about pursuing someone was too much for him. Baby girl, come on. Let's do better. Okay. And Cornelius was agreeing with her. Did you see Camille feeding him answers? Yup, sure did. She's like, are you going to answer to that? Are you going to tell them that wasn't true? Are you going to... He has a mouthpiece of his own. And did you guys see she posted a picture on her story with a ring on her ring finger? I don't know if it's an engagement ring, but ooh, yeah. They're saying Shiloh was asked not to attend the reunion. Oh. See, I feel like there was a legal thing that happened somewhere where she... And the makeup, awful. I wasn't really paying attention to people's makeup, but reunion makeup, sometimes it's hit or miss. Actually, there's somebody's makeup who I noticed, and I love Aisha. I love Aisha. But this, no. The one cardinal rule you never break in makeup is not matching your face with your neck and your chest, girl. She has very like red undertones, and I think maybe she's mixing up like being melanated. A lot of people think, oh, golden. Some of us are olive. Some of us are red. Like melanin comes in a lot of different shades, babe. Woo. Anyways. I'm convinced Camille... Oh, shoot, not AKA Jezebel, is doing voodoo or hoodoo to keep Cornelius by her side. It doesn't make any sense. Somebody who doesn't have a backbone does. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything, basically. And he doesn't stand up for himself, so he's going to fall for all her BS. That's the reality of it. Naeem was the worst part of the reunion to me, saying that the women were jealous and didn't hold Zadia accountable for treating everyone like shit. Yeah. As soon as he opened his mouth to speak, I was like, ugh, here he goes. Here he goes. And I agreed with both Sydney and Sabrina. Sabrina was like, that whole crew deserves each other. Yes, I co-sign. And when Sydney was like, so nobody's going to check him? I was like, yeah. And then she's like, he needs a piece. And I was like, oh, wait, whoa. No. It doesn't have to go like that. But definitely I was like, Naeem, why are you speaking? Why are you speaking? If he would have came in defense of like maybe trying to shed light on what Zadia meant by the things that she did and said, maybe I would have been more open to listening to what he said. But the fact that his argument was the women were jealous of her from the beginning. Every man chose her as their top two. This thing said I disconnected. I don't know where I disconnected from. But basically, what I was saying was, nobody knew, or maybe they did, but nobody was going off the notion that since Zadia is the favorite, let's target Zadia. When the altercation started to happen, nothing was directly at like, how can we come at Zadia? Aisha was making the case that 2 was a list. Should Sydney have called her the girl or whatever she said? No. It's rude. Address someone by their name. But for Naeem to be like, they did it because they're jealous. And everybody's here looking for friends and not for love. Okay. All right. The kicking story part is maybe 30 to 40 minutes before the end of the interview on the super panel with Stacey, Sean, Ron, Tyrone, and Jay. Okay. Thank you. I will go catch up on that. The makeup was not there. Not sure if it was the lighting. Aisha's makeup was like 2 shades lighter than her complexion, lighter, and the undertone was just not. It just was not it. I still felt badly for Mumin, even though her judgment is not where it should be. I feel badly for her. I'm just saying my sympathy is limited because, like, if you're not somebody who can be there for people, it's hard to be there for you. It's really hard to be there for you. Someone said Mumin is a pick-me. I loved her and she's so nice as a person, but she wanted to be picked so bad. Fedora says, I know you effing lying, embarrassing. I don't know what was embarrassing that you're referring to, but you probably right. I like Sydney and Sabrina's looks the best, but I was worried that Sydney was going to have a nip slip on the couch. I mean, true to brand, really. Aisha looked green like she was going to vomit. Yeah, it just wasn't a good look. Maybe Phil is suing Shallow for defamation. Possible. You guys are talking about Phil had the best makeup. I'm done. I'm done. Oh, fall. I don't think Cornelius is falling for anything. He's fully aware. I swear this man has an identity crisis. It could very much be true. Sabrina came ready to call Zadia out on her BS. Her and Camille needed to be confronted. They some petty women acting like high school girls. I 1000% agree. You could tell throughout the season that, okay, it keeps telling me like a warning. I don't know what it wants me to do about this warning, but hopefully we're still connected. I'm so sorry, guys, if we're not. I don't know. I was gone for a week and my apartment doesn't know how to act all of a sudden. We're going to blame it on the snow. You could see that Sabrina throughout the season was definitely holding her tongue on what she actually wanted to say. But she was like, I'm going to empty the clip today. I'm going to empty the clip. Aisha, too, was like, I'm going to empty the clip. I was shocked that Courtney was the first one to truly call out Camille's behavior. I said, And on top of that, the fact that Camille thought just because there's a negative connotation when you use the word aggressive in reference to Black women, that the word cannot still apply. I was like, the word can still apply. It tends to have a negative light, but in this case, the word is an accurate description of what was happening, okay? I watched Frank's interview. He had psych visits for 14 consecutive days after the show finished. Like a psychic. I'm not really going to speak on that because I don't believe in stuff like that. But, yeah. The show basically told us why Camille has been engaged 3 times. Her looks reel them in, but the crazy comes out. Yeah. There are so many comments that I'm missing. I'm so sorry, guys. I got to skip through some of them. The contrast of the makeup and their body tone was a hot mess. I don't know if there's a lighting or if it's the lighting or the actual foundation shades. I think it's foundation because sometimes it would happen even throughout the season as well. And Naeem said it himself. It was the first deliberation, so that's totally irrelevant. Thank you. Zadia was on my top list too in the first few episodes. Just because you're the one who's consistently persuaded by the booty don't mean other people didn't catch sense. Oh my gosh. Hi, Ilya. If Camille's engaged, I'm convinced she proposes to the men versus the men proposing to her. Ooh. My name is pronounced Isolt. Okay. It's an Irish name. Famous from the movie Tristan and Isolde. Okay. Nice to know. Zadia was definitely aggressive. To me, I don't even think Zadia was that bad because you could see Zadia was trying to hide behind a smile. She was trying to keep composure because the Zadia that really wanted to jump out would have been chewed up by the audience, 1000%. But Camille, Little Babcock had an amazing panel, Ready to Love alumni, great tea. I saw it when it was live, but I don't, sometimes them lives take 5-6 hours. I said, I'm tired, y'all. Yeah. I ain't got the time for that today. I felt secondhand embarrassment for Camille's behavior, 1000%. Second hand, third hand, fourth hand, and fifth hand, all the hands. All the hands, all the fingers, all the toes, all the limbs, the entire body. Embarrassed. When Camilla talked about all her personalities, who admits to that? And proudly. You know what? And in me talking about the way I'm talking about her, I don't wish her any ill will. Godspeed to you and your man. You like it, I love it. Okay. Zadia is a clown. She got issues just like Camille, too far in their masculine energy that they're attracted to simps. Whew. Ilya's got a strong opinion about that. And what was Camille's multiple personalities? I don't even know. She was being passive aggressive, both of them. She wasn't aggressive during the reunion, but she is aggressive. She showed herself during the season and outside of the show. Okay, I hear you. A psycho does. I have 3 personalities. They say no. I'm joking. We don't all have multiple personalities, but it's so funny that as she was speaking, I was writing in my notes, Camille has multiple personalities. I wouldn't be surprised if they've come out during the show. And she then goes to say, I have multiple personalities. I said, oh, so you know. Okay. So you know. As long as you know. Frank mentioned Zadia started 2 other fights when the cameras were not there. Dang. Jamila is actress. She shows them many faces. And there was what? Ashaya? Oh, you're saying Camille. I thought you were mentioning her personalities. I hope part 2 talks about the situation between Zadia and Dante. It has to. You can't not address it. I want to see what Corey is crying about because it seemed like he was really beating himself on the behavior that he exhibited on the show. I hope that he gets that in check because in an unmonitored environment, that could be a lawsuit easily. Don't me too yourself if you know better and do better. Camille ain't got multiple personalities. It's the demons fighting for dominance. I can't stand you. Yo, why is my phone going off right now? Sorry, y'all. Let me just text my friend back. Give me a second. All right. Zadia and her minion, Naeem. I can't believe that. I was not surprised at all because I don't know if you guys remember me saying that Naeem is so enamored by Zadia that even her negative behavior was so easily excused. The fact that someone can see someone mistreating someone, can hear someone recounting someone mistreating them and say, that must not be the truth because it did not happen to me. Yeah, you're a lost cause at that point. And do I agree with him when he said some people were here looking for friendships and not for love? 1000%. 1000%. But to say the things that happened at the table were the after effect of Zadia being outed as the favorite, My nigga, take a seat. Take 3. OMG, Corey, I don't believe his crying or his remorse, right? I'm gonna wait to see it. I am inclined to feel like it's performative. I'm inclined to believe that it's performative, but I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna wait and see. 2 different occasions. That's ridiculous. I don't. Oh, did you say something before? Zadia kicked Carrie and attempted to start a fight with Sydney, very high school. 2 different occasions. That's ridiculous. I don't like uncouth behavior, especially when it's unwarranted. 1000%. And there's no place. There's no place for such behavior. It's embarrassing. I would be so embarrassed. And that tinfoil was hanging on for dear life on his 6. What? I thought I was tripping. I thought there was something wrong with my computer. I was like, what? Is he wearing a grill right now? And I'm not even demonizing grills. Hey, do you boo-boo. But now? At the... Okay. What do y'all talk about? I feel Corey's energy through the screen and it feels fake in my opinion. I'm gonna wait. I'm demonizing girls. Let it be known. Oh, Alexis. The reason why I'm not demonizing it is because of the history behind grills. But I just felt like this wasn't really the time and place. But also I'm a person who's like, baby, if you're going to do you to the fullest. That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say this in my video, but I'm going to say it now. For the most part, I don't even have a problem with the way most of the people acted during the show. But if you're going to be you, if you're going to say that's just me, stand 10 toes down. Stand 10 toes down. Don't come up with excuses as to why you acted that way or you were provoked to act that way or editing. Editing can only do so much, Camille. Editing can only do so much, Zadia. The things that come out of your mouth came out of your mouth. I understand pushing a narrative, but the words were not doctored. The words came out of your mouths. The actions came out of your mouth. The animosity was felt within the room, through the screen. All of that is real. You're the only ones complaining about editing. You don't see anybody else being, well, there are some other people who also complain about editing, but for the most part, it's the people who get a bad edit. All 8 of y'all got a bad edit? Really? Huh. That's convenient. Stand 10 toes down. Yeah, I'm a bitch. I could be rude sometimes. I'm a hard personality to get along with, and that's just what came out on camera. I'd be like, you know what? Cool then. Cool. Then cool. You know? Anyways. They're damn near 75. Stop the shit. Not 75, child. That's it. Be accountable either way. Whatever side you're on, be accountable. Say, yeah, that was me. That was me. Those words came out of my mouth. This lady said it was a voiceover. Mercy. Editing doesn't follow you outside the show, Miss Ma'am. Editing doesn't make you put your hands on a man. Editing doesn't make you curse out your connection. Editing cannot change the perception of everybody who was in the experience with you in real time. It would have been one thing if her castmates were like, no, I was there. That's not what happened. You've got 8, 9, 10 people co-signing your behavior. But you got a bad edit? Okay. Wish they gave Lamont a chance to speak. And say what? Talk about his penis again? No. No. That man can sit up in his corner. We don't need that. Zadia's frozen, fake smile, plastered on her face was everything. LOL. She wasn't calm and collected as she wanted to appear. Definitely. Oh man. You could see she clenching her jaw like, if I speak. And I'm glad. I'm glad she did. I feel like the best thing for them to do, especially since the new season starts, in 2 days? The best thing that they could do is just heads down, and proceed like this never happened. Put your head down and keep it pushing. Honestly. Wait, who had grills? And what's the history behind grills? Cornelius had grills. But the history behind grills is in the black somebody in Black America who's an actual Black American. Did I say somebody in Black America? Somebody in America who's a Black American can correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, back in the day, it used to be a sign of wealth within the Black community. But with everything, I mean, our hair, dreadlocks had, spiritual connections to it, and now it's been demonized by white culture. Grills, same thing. The way society goes, Black people do something for ourselves, it turns into a negative stereotype, and the world accepts it as that. So that's my understanding of grills. And the tea is Frank accidentally mentioned both girlfriend and boy, but didn't finish it. When was this? Do tell me. Even the men backstage were shook when the what's your country bumpkin looking ass, yeah. When Lamont, whose existence I had completely forgotten, said mad disrespectful, I literally yelled, right. Exactly. She has poor character. I agree. This editing excuse is redundant and tired. 1000%. Sharice, you're saying facts. Okay, I'm glad I'm not misinformed. Even pirates wore gold. Incas wore gold. It's just a Black thing. Okay. Thanks, Elaine, for the background. There was one cosign, so I'm hoping I'm correct. I think I'm correct. I think so. So let's hope that's the true narrative of the history behind grills. If it's not, you could just search it up. Google is free for us all. That's them projecting their insecurities on us. Forget them, people. Long live les grills. Can we talk about the Black Girl Squad mess? Yes, let's talk about that in a second after I read this next comment. Frank had a party at his house where lots of action took place. Really? Frank had an interview on YouTube. He caught himself before he finished on the boy part. Sus, sis. Okay, so let's talk about Brown Girl Squad. Zadia's claim is that, what was it, the first day, second day, or after the first powwow or something, I don't know, that herself, Camille, and Mumin took a picture and she was like, oh, Brown Girl Squad. And it had nothing to actually do with the color disparity between them and the other women. The only reason why for me it's kind of hard to believe is because it came, and now this I could say was probably editing. It came near the end where there was a clear distinction between lighter complexioned women and darker complexioned women. So for us, the viewing public, it does seem like they were trying to separate themselves from everybody else for whatever reason, right? Personally, I said this before and I'll say it again. I would have rather them pick something that had nothing to do with any kind of color. But, sometimes it happens, you say something and you like it and you go with it, right? So I'm like, was it overt colorism? I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that they were trying to isolate themselves from the other women, but inadvertently, they ended up doing that anyways. What kind of squad are y'all if one of your team members can't even say nothing in support of y'all? Mumin was silencio. Okay? She was, cállate la boca. She did not speak the whole time unless it had to do with her specifically. And I was like, Mumin, what's your opinion? Speak up. We want to know. The people want to know. Zadia's, we're not going to do, what we're not going to do is act like we tried to separate ourselves, but you did. They sure did. I don't think Frank dates dark-skinned women. I don't know. He gives insecure. Honestly, there are some people who might not overtly say that and then that actually be their reality. And I'm not going to put that on him, but I also would not be surprised if that was the narrative. Let me say that. She was so rude. I think you mean rude. Literally speaking to the host in that baby voice, like the host was dumb. I just can't. No. Ooh. Savoir vivre. No types of respect for nobody. Look, I love brown everything, melanin poppin', all that. But listen, I can't stand mean girls. They better than me, because baby, brown girl squad equals mean girls. Except for me, Mumin, she's sweet. And I think that's where a lot of people had their frustration. If it was like, oh, like brown girl squad, just because we took a picture in the beginning, but like honestly, we made it a point to be friends with everybody, and anybody could be a part of the brown girl squad. We're all brown girls, whatever, right? But because there was that clear distinction near the end of the season of the different complexions, and because those three women did project negative energy towards most of the other women, it felt very mean girl. So we had to associate brown girl squad with mean girl. That was just the reality of it. That's what we saw, you know? There was a point too where I think the host was like, so can Sabrina be a part of the brown girl squad? And she was like, well, not after she cussed me out. Clearly she doesn't want to be my friend. And Sabrina's like, don't act like this is new. You've never been nice to me. You've never been open to having a relationship with me. It's just that now there's this narrative that's painting you as the bad guy. You want to seem like you made attempts when in reality you didn't. So I'm like, maybe it was poor timing. This one I could maybe chop it up to editing when it comes to when the Brown Girl Squad was formed. But the reality of it is the women who identified as Brown Girl Squad did ostracize themselves. And they did turn into mean women. And I can't stand for that. Black women, not dark-skinned women. Yeah, it might even be black women altogether, to be honest. To me, as a light-skinned girl, I don't find the brown girl squad colorist. They were creating a clique of mean girls plus Moomin, but I don't think it was colorist. Yeah, like I said, if she's saying it started off at the beginning, and it truly did start off at the beginning, then I wouldn't paint it as that. So I could see why they're really trying to fight for the fact that it was not colorist. But editing only brought up the term later on, so it's hard to see it as anything but that. I don't think it's colorism, more so mean-spirited catty BS. I think Frank said he had to learn how to date dark-skinned women. When did he say that? When did he say that? Frank tried to be a good guy, but really he is a time waster. 1,000%. 1,000%. Oh, is Frank bisexual? I mean, if that's your judge, that's okay. Frank and Mumin weren't equally yoked, spiritually unaligned, period. That was evident from the beginning. Everybody who Mumin went for was never going to work. Everybody. It was never going to work with Corey. It was never going to work with Walter. It was never going to work with Frank. So, yeah. Frank dates all women. Does he? Maybe he does. We don't know him like that. Let's let the man speak for himself when it comes to that situation. We're not going to paint him a color that we don't know. Seriously, most of them won't be friends down the line anyway. Most of the reunion was just petty and focusing on Camille. Crazy. Oh, Camille's crazy for so long was irritating. Yeah, and that's why I felt like maybe the reunion didn't have structure. They would pinpoint something that they wanted to talk about in regards to Camille and then cut to something else and then cut back to Camille and then cut to something else. And I'm like, I know you think that the Camille drama is what's going to carry the reunion, but there were a lot of other things that I wanted answers to. I'm glad we had that moment with Tyrone and what's her face? Carrie. But there were some other connections, some other situations, altercations, maybe untold stories that I wanted to delve deeper into, and not just Camille. Like we watched the woman deny literal footage. You know you're not going to get realness with her. We're wasting time. We are wasting time. I would not be surprised if Sydney gave him a heads up that she was choosing Phil, and since Frank was near the end, he went for Mumin. Plausible. Plausible. Yeah, I agree. None of the guys Mumin dated was going to work out in the long run. She has different values and needs to date accordingly, 1000%. Maybe we have, where did I get maybe from? We have to hold Mumin accountable for her decision and allowing herself to be used that way. Maybe they both used each other for the show. Also possible. Also possible. That's why I was saying earlier, like I obviously had my thoughts about the other brown girl squads, but I was looking at Mumin, both in her picks of romance and her silence in the negative situations. Mumin is getting off scot-free because she's sweet and she's pretty and you just can't help but love her. But there's some accountability to be placed over there too. And all that switching folks on and off stage was unnecessary. I get what they were trying to do, but I would have liked to see everybody on screen. I did like that we did get some unfiltered commentary in the back, but I'm with you too. The switching back and forth was unnecessary. You know, Sydney called her bestie Frankie and told him she was choosing Phil. It was an interview he had. He basically said he dated his share of women and men and didn't finish his sentence. All right. With every "Frank's my bestie" that Sydney uttered, you could see Frank dying a little more every time. So true. So true. I don't think Tommy had COVID. He was tired of this cast, just like we all are. And honestly, with the way the next season rolled around so quick, I wouldn't be surprised if he was at the freaking ladies' lounge from the next season, just in the corner doing his little, "Hey y'all, just wanted to let you know I came down with COVID. And for, safety precautions, we decided it was best that Tanika hosts the show. So with that being said, I almost said Love Island, the Ready to Love reunion." Oh, speaking of, Love is Blind is coming back. I'm going to review it this season. Y'all let me know, do you want them bulked? So like 2 episodes at a time or 3 episodes at a time or 1 episode at a time? Because with Netflix and HBO, like they be releasing stuff all together. Prime does it too sometimes. So like I don't know how to review them when they come out like that, but let me know. Anyways. But I love that Mumin said to Frank. I loved it too. They didn't mention the Dante and Zadia scene or even talk to the people who were eliminated the first episode. This reunion was so hodgepodge. I would have liked them to have a moment too. The guy with the blonde, I think his name is Carrington. The guy who spoke about his penis in a poem. We ain't seen nothing from Libba except a Cheshire cat smile. Oh my gosh, the girl was showing all her teeth. All her teeth, man. Yeah, I would have liked to see some commentary from them. I'm just wondering, are we going to talk about Ready to Love the whole time? I'm not a nerd or anything, just curious. No, that's just where we're at right now. We can change it because I plan on getting off at 9:30. Let me tell y'all right now. So we can move off of this show. 1 or 2 at a time. Okay. Yeah. Love is Blind. I just hope we don't get another Diamond and whatever that guy's name was situation. Because I felt like maybe they kept them because the show needed a little bit of spice, but that was just so extra. Bulk the Love is Blind, okay. We'll see. We'll see how they post them. Alexis, oh my days. 9:30. First you throw up and jip us on time. No. Do you mean show up? Throw us away. I did not throw you guys away. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Um, I'm so exhausted. You can hear it in my voice. Like, I'm so sorry. But I promise, whatever we did not cover today, we will cover it on the next live. I have nowhere to go. Even if I had places to go, the weather won't let me go nowhere. So I'll be back in 7 days here to be live with you, Alexis. Okay? I promise. I promise. What's at 9:30? Nothing. Sleep. I'm tired. I'm just tired. That's it. I was literally just thinking that I'm ready for another season of Love is Blind. Yeah, it's been too long. Give me something that has given us some results, I mean, there were results at the time, and then time passed and things happened, but yeah. I watched Love is Blind Brazil and I didn't like it. There's too much misogyny for me to just ignore. I've never seen any other franchise of it. Apparently Tiago needed a bump in the head. I just finished watching the commercial for Love is Blind. Was not aware it was coming back. Yeah, I wasn't aware either. It just came out of nowhere. And I was like, you know what? I'll take it because it's been a long time. But I love the concept of a connection without the superficiality of things, So building an actual connection with someone, building a relationship with someone based off of stories, based off of experiences, based off of values, rather than discounting somebody for how they look. Granted, there was a situation where a connection didn't work out because of the physical appearance, but I love that whole concept. I don't think marriage should be the point of the process, but we know everybody's trying to raise the stakes these days, so whatever, sure. Maybe they were actually fact-checking the contestants, shading Married at First Sight. And I heard the new show, My Mom, Your Dad, had a lot of potential matches. And I saw somebody tweet today. My friend sent me the tweet, and she was like, it's embarrassing that a show where kids are helping match up their parents had more success than a show where actual experts do the matchmaking. Yeah. The concept is great. The emotion is very high. The emotion is very high over physical. Yeah. Love is Blind Brazil was nice though because they have an Afro-Latino couple. That was my thoughts on reviewing this new season of Married at First Sight. I was Australia. I was like, I want to, but it's so white. And quite frankly, I like some color in the shows that I watch. Okay. LMAO, the kids choose the contestants. It not necessarily. The kids kind of help matchmake. So like, I have to actually watch the show. I'm just going off of the trailer right now. But I've heard such good things. But basically, it's parents who have been out of the dating game for a long time, and their kids are in like one villa. Let's call it a villa for now, but it's not a villa, but let's call it that for now. And then the parents are in another one where they're dating each other, and the kids like help the parents, like give them tips or say like, oh no, go out with this one, like this person will match you, stuff like that. But apparently, it had a very good turnout in compared to Married at First Sight. So I was like, okay. I love a new show as long as the execution is great. F-Boy Island, I love that they were trying to do something different, but execution was like blah. So I'm glad that this is new, unique, and was executed well. You're so ready for Married at First Sight Australia. I'm going to give it a try. Maybe I'll record a review or two, and if y'all are feeling it, I'll keep going. But if not, I'll just leave it at a review or two. I love Too Hot to Handle Brazil. It was so funny. Too Hot to Handle Brazil. I haven't gotten into it as well. The new season is coming up, and I'm looking at this cast like, now I'm not the most beautiful girl in the world. Might not even be the medium beautiful girl in the world. But I'm looking at this cast like, y'all are regular. I thought this was too hot to handle. This is very handleable. Anyways. Where are we? It's okay, but I think they need a voice modifier because we know Cameron knew Lauren was was black from her voice. I mean, he has a history of dating black women, so I feel like he was gonna gravitate that way regardless. Dun, 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 dun. Well, no one knows you better than your family, right? That's true. And I think that's why it works. Like, these kids are older. They're not like 12, 13. You know, they're in their mid to late teens. No, I think it's just late teens. So they've seen their parents date. They know their parents' ins and outs, you know? And they're also like savvy on the whole dating world. So who better than this person who's literally your blood, came from you, helping you out? I think it's a great concept to me. They are handleable. They're very handleable. I'm so sorry. I looked at the cast and I said, this cannot be it. This cannot be it. You're telling me you scouted the globe. Because that's the whole intrigue about the show. They scour the globe for the hottest singles on planet Earth. And this is what... Come on now. Come on. That ain't it. That ain't it. I watched a trailer for the newest season on mute because I couldn't watch it with the volume. Is it in the States? Because there was Mighty White, because they were Mighty White. Honestly, the seasons are all majority white. They'll throw in your token black girl, your token black guy as always. This season, I think there's 3 black people. They might throw in a Hispanic person in there, but it is mainly Caucasian most of the time, yeah. And I don't know where they film, but there are more Americans than there are like other people. That's why I'm like, you scoured the globe. I can look at Instagram alone and find double the amount of cast members from all across the globe who are more enticing than these people. And I'm not even trying to be shallow like that because, listen, like I said, I don't believe to be the most beautiful girl in the world, not even medium. But if the whole premise is the absolute most beautiful people who walk this earth, okay, the kids aren't toddlers. No. Hey, Erica. It was Erica, right? I think so. They scour the DC Baltimore area, LOL. We're talking about another show, Not Ready to Love. Yeah, we're talking about Too Hot to Handle. But even with that, the next one going to the DMV, I wonder if they went to all the DMV. And if the people are truly from the DMV and not implant. Is it implants? You know what I mean? The people who are not native to those places. I couldn't go past 10 minutes of season 2. Season 1 was so good. I want reparations for Rhonda and her ex. I wanted her to pick that white man so bad. And you know that's saying a lot coming from me. I wanted her to pick that white man so bad. But she picked that little boy that wasted her time. Wasted all her time. Now she's with somebody else, so hey, it is what it is. Transplants, there it is. What are you saying? You too, Fedora. No, not immigrants. They had me believing their love, child. No, 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 no. That's not the reason why. So the reason why I wanted her to pick the white man was because I genuinely felt like when it came to connecting with what's her name again? Rhonda, it was more than just I found you beautiful. It was genuinely like I see you and I want to be the man that I feel like you deserve in your life. Like I want to be that person. Whereas the guy that she actually chose, I think he was swept up by, oh, black love, we're two hot people. Let's just see where it goes. But the intentionality of being there for her, really seeing her, I didn't feel it. I really didn't feel it. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. And I'm a proponent for black love. I love black love. I rock with black love. But I wanted her to pick that white man. I did. Same thing happened with Rachel Lindsay from The Bachelorette. Oh, I'm still upset, I'm still very mad she did not pick, what's his name, Paul? I forget his name, but I'm very upset she didn't pick him. Yeah, we're talking about Too Hot to Handle. Yeah, I think he was British. I can't watch dating shows that have majority white. That's why I can't get into The Bachelor, Bachelorette. It's not relatable. It's really not relatable at all, to be honest. I hear you. I hear you. Especially on shows that like to make it seem like they looked all over America or they looked all over the world. America is not one color. It's not. For some, one show that really pissed me off when they did that was Love Island South Africa. I was like, just looking at the demographic of South Africa alone, there should have been at least 4 brown people. Not even touching black yet. There should have been at least 4 brown people. There was 1. I was so confused. I was very confused. Hi, Ramel. I feel like it's been a long time since I've been here. Well, we're glad to have you. Girl, I already knew SA was about to be on some BS. I had a feeling, but I thought at the very least they were going to take this opportunity to have adequate diversity, considering where they were based. I'm like, the country is known as a rainbow country. Why is it all white? And some of the white people I liked. The one girl who didn't make no connections with the long black hair, she was sweet and all. Loved her. But that's not a true representation of what South Africa looks like. A show like The Bachelorette, The Bachelor, those are not true representations of what America looks like. And I also feel like there's a problem with some of the people that they pick in the vetting because you can already see their preferences from the get-go with how people are getting eliminated or how much time they spend on dates with certain people. You can already tell there isn't an interest for a certain demographic of person. So pick somebody who has a broader interest, But whatever. I'm not the one casting these shows, so it's whatever. I don't know why they say trying to throw these shows about white basics down our throats. Like, we do not care, and it's not interesting in the year 2022, the year of our Lord. Yeah, I'm tired of the days of majority white cast TV shows. I'm tired. Unless that is truly what that environment looks like, I don't want to see it. I want to see brown people. I want to see black people. I want to see, give me someone from Sri Lanka and someone from Brazil and someone from Tokyo and someone from Portugal and someone from New Zealand and give me an Ethiopian. It's exhausting. What happened to Love Island Nigeria? I don't even know. That's another thing that has me triggered. Where is Potomac? Yeah, I'm from Canada too. I don't know where that is. Good night. Have a great night. In Africa and only white people, the literal gentrification. Yeah, imagine. That Matt James I didn't watch The Bachelor, Bachelorette, but the commentary was gold. The racist Rachel, who still got chosen by Matt, gold. She got chosen and then was reprimanded at the reunion and still got chosen again after the fact because you could already tell his. I'm so sorry. I understand what they thought they were trying to do by having Matt James have this little powwow with the guy who was the host at the time, saying like, oh, as the first Black bachelor, I just want to make it clear that sometimes people are going to have the perception that I need to pick a Black woman, but I don't see color. I date all kinds of people. Now, where is Love Island Nigeria? They've been seasoned for 86,382 years now. They really have, child. They really have. I don't know. Do you only review dating shows? I don't. Okay, so here's the thing when it comes to my channel. My channel, when I first started it, it was back in 2011. And I started it off doing music covers, right? Some of those gained a lot of traction, but like most of you guys know, I have an insecurity with my voice. It's something that I'm working through. So I stopped doing that. And then I started doing makeup videos and vlogs, which also started getting like a little bit of traction considering the fact that I was a very small channel. But the things that propelled my that propelled my channel was Love Island. So when you acquire a large audience that's in a very niche section of YouTube, it's hard to branch out. So now I feel like I can't even do the makeup videos anymore or the song covers or the vlogs as much as I want to because people want show reviews. And then even with that, Love Island wasn't even the first show that I reviewed. It was Survivor and The Challenge. That's actually where I started. But Love Island had so much traction. I don't know why, but it did. And then after that, people were like, okay, do Married at First Sight, which is essentially a dating show. And then they kept suggesting dating shows. I think Temptation Island was after that. So that's why the majority of stuff that I review is dating shows. Do I want to? No. You know how many vlogs I have in the archives? I have so many. You know how many videos I want to do where I'm just like talking about bare foolishness? I have so many. But the reality is the majority of people subscribed to me didn't come here for that. So I'm putting in the energy to make these videos and they're not paying off. So I have to do the other stuff. So really, what needs to happen if y'all want to see me diversify is liking and sharing videos, because the reason why the Love Island ones really blow up is because the people drum up the traffic. I see people quoting me on Twitter, quoting me in their videos. They're pushing them out. But the other ones, people don't push them out, so they don't go anywhere. So I have to stick to what y'all know. That's why. That was the long-winded answer to your very simple question that I just had to complicate. Make it for your Patreon. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Honestly, I'm spending the rest of January putting that stuff out. Like, I've recorded maybe 6 or 7 videos of my stripped podcast that I want to post. I have 3 vlogs that I need to edit. I'm going to tease this, and you guys are going to be very confused. But I like the allure of the confusion, so I'm just going to let y'all be confused. I have a video that that has to do with this. Let me see if y'all can see it. I'm waiting for it to show up. Can y'all see what that is? Anyways, like, I have so much stuff that I want to do, but like the reality is The traction on my channel when it comes to stuff that aren't dating show related is not that much. So if y'all push for other types of content, I will do it. I really will do it. But it takes the engagement from y'all as well. Hi, Dejanay. Yeah, be confused. I love it. As I've been stopped watching the Bachelor franchise after the Peter. Oh no. I think we're talking about different people. But yeah, I don't blame you for stop. I don't blame the fact that you stopped watching the show. That's what I meant to say. You have an amazing voice. Thank you, Ramel. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. When I said I date all kinds of people, I was literal. Black, white, Latino, Korean, Black, Samoan, all of it. Yes. Yes. Even in Married at First Sight, Denmark, though it's all white, they still give diversity somehow. They had a 50-year-old man with children get chosen. Wow. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, you guys are so funny. Thank you. I just saw Saints and Sinners, and it's good and on YouTube. I've never heard of that. What is that? Girl, why show us the paper then change the topic? Because aren't I supposed to advertise the Patreon? I can't tell you guys everything. If y'all are saying do a Patreon, then what's the point of the Patreon? You know what I mean? Oh, man. Jason Momoa is single. He sure is. With his fine self. Ooh. Ooh, baby. There's also a reason why I showed you the paper and not the test. There's also a reason why I was gone for so long. Anyways. I remember one time I heard someone say, I hope you receive the results you want in regards to someone buying a pregnancy test and thought that was perfect. What? Yeah. I love that. What's on the paper? Oh, it's it's the instructions on how to take a first response pregnancy test. Jason Momoa ain't fine. I'm sorry, he was only hot in the movie with Solange. Alexis, I'm so surprised that you just said that. I'm so surprised. I think he's beautiful. I really do. But I also think like Samoans, like the Islanders, Pacific Islanders, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Beautiful people, beautiful culture. Whew. Yeah. Oh, church members full of sinners. So I guess, so a documentary. I'm joking. That's interesting. I'll go look at the trailer. Imagine a little Yulet's coming into the world. Oh my gosh. I don't like the spirit of girl that everybody keeps pushing on me because my first definitely has to be a boy. But anyways. Oh no, I loved Jason Momoa with Lisa Bonet. Yeah, I was kind of sad that they broke up. I was kind of sad that they not you saying Alexis's opinion is wrong. He's beautiful. Perfect balance of a masculine and feminine energy. Okay, interesting. Roman Reigns is fine though. Who is that? Oh, you're saying he can get let me look this person up. Roman Reigns. Y'all, somebody tried to scam me today, and it's somebody that I know. Like, I don't know if they've been hacked, but they tried to scam me today, and I feel very disrespected. Roman Reigns. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, what they were showing me was not it, but ooh. Okay. I'm waiting. Yulenito. There you go. I used to watch the show Saints and Sinners. Okay, a couple people are fans of Saints and Sinners. Roman Reigns can get it all. How you find Roman? They look the same. They look the same, child. Um, dun, dun, dun. All right, y'all ain't got nothing else to say. We only got 15 more minutes together. We only got 15 because your girl's got to go to bed. We're on a sleep schedule now. Maybe it has to do with the paper. Who knows? Okay, you ain't stop. Ready to Live reunion part 1. I'm gonna need Camille to take accountability for what she said. Then again, it could have been one of her or two of the personalities. The girl is cray to the Z. Can't wait for part 2. I'm so excited to be back watching it with y'all. I was so bored today watching it by myself. I was like, I need the jokes. I need the shade. I need the petty. But we'll be back regularly scheduled on Friday. Question, how's the food in Canada? I think it depends where you live. There are more eclectic places like in Ontario or Quebec or BC, maybe even Alberta. But there's a whole section of Canada, like up north, where a lot of people don't really go unless you work there or if you're native to that land. And then there's a whole section in the middle of Canada that people don't really talk about either. So yeah, I don't really know that I can cast a wide net on how the food is in Canada. But if you live in a place that's very eclectic, very culturally diverse, then it tends to be good. No, they don't look the same. Child, open y'all eyes. They look the same. Jason's more attractive. He has a low-key, softer face than Roman. I can see that. No, y'all be ignorant. Roman does not look like Jason. Whoo, Chile. They look like brothers. That's what I'm saying. The paper is serious. Are you ready for positive? Well, you know, positive and negative, the result is the result. It already is what it is. Ain't nothing we can do about it now. Yes, you know, I bring the petty and the shade, but I always speak facts 1000%. Sagittarius gang. The food is good because it's mostly from different countries. Exactly. I love your channel. You keep it real, still respectful, yet funny. These viewers and other channels be talking like this affects them in real life. And you know what? With television, like, honestly, we're here for entertainment. We're here for fun. And I think that's why, like, I've seen other channels where they really capitalize on, like, milking certain content. Like, if we're talking about TV shows, they'll milk certain things. And honestly, if it works for them, it works for them. Get your money. The reality about me, all these shows could stop right now and my life would have to proceed. So I can't let myself get too consumed in it. And honestly, when it's done, it's done. I don't follow these people on Instagram. These people's their lives have nothing to do with me. So that's why I can even wish somebody like Camille well. I hope her relationship works out. I truly do. Because who am I to be upset about a woman who does not even know my name? Now, if her name was on my bills, it'd be a different conversation. Okay. Why are you still in Canada? Nothing's happening there. Well, the healthcare is hard to leave. Also, I want to set myself up properly before I leave this country. I don't want to just... So for anybody who knows me, they know I'm kind of aloof. So I like to just pick up and go. When I moved away from home the very first time, it was to go to school, but literally I got picked to go to that school a week before school had started. And then after that, I moved to Toronto without having a job. All I had was an apartment and 1 month's rent. And then with moving here to Montreal, obviously it was because of the whole like mouse infestation situation. There's a video on it, guys. Please don't ask me to explain. The video is already up on the channel. And literally, I was like homeless for 10 days. So I just don't want to do that, especially when I'm moving into a different country. The good thing is in Canada, if anything fails, and I don't plan it to, but if anything fails, I can always go live with my brother for a little bit or something. Or I know I have friends who would move heaven and earth to make it work for me to live. Thank God that hasn't been my situation, but I just want to make sure I have all my ducks in a row before I choose to leave the country altogether. So that's why I'm still here. Move to the States. I want to. I really do. I really, really do. I really do. Side note, I understand people watch shows and be loving and hating people, but people really be taking things serious. Like, calm down. Y'all don't know them. Not only do we not know them, we're getting to see a snippet of their life. And that's sometimes what happens. I remember this past summer, because this is when I hit 10K. So I like a large audience was flocking to my channel, and I had somebody DM me basically trying to read me for filth. And I was like, one, if this was a more personal channel, maybe I could give you a little leeway. But even if it wasn't, you only see a fraction of my life. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes. You don't know the things that I wanted to say, the things that I did say, the experiences that I come with, the traumas that I deal with, all that stuff, right? And that's me, a person who actually has a hold on what I put out there into the world. Then there's these people who sign up for a television show that's meant to produce a certain level of drama, a certain narrative. We definitely don't know those people. So to get my panties in a bunch over these niggas for what? Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm saying that selfishly so we could be tall girl besties. Oh my gosh, Layla, you're killing me. Honestly, I want to come to the States. I really, really do. I really do. Love watching it with y'all. I want to watch more shows together. Honestly, if I could, I would. I just know that OWN's copyright like policy is very lax, and that's why I'm able to do the live watch parties with y'all. But any other show, my channel's gonna get taken down. And this is currently how I pay my bills, so I can't risk that. I've always wanted to go to Canada, but the snowy weather is not a vibe in my opinion, and it's not. We went to sleep in t-shirt weather and woke up in the North Pole. Literally, if I would have stayed one more day at my best friend's house, I would not be home today. There's no way you could drive today. No way. Buses were getting stuck in the snow. People were 2-3 hours late to work. Cars were breaking down. Read you about what? What were they mad at? I don't even remember. I've gotten to the point now where if I see a DM and it's super long, I can tell within the first few sentences where it's going to go. And if it's negative, I just delete it. Even now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but under some videos, I don't even comment anymore because it's exhausting. It's exhausting to be constantly trying to plead my case to people who just don't know me. The people who come to the lives and engage, you guys know me a lot more because we actually have a relationship through these lives. But there's a lot of people who just have so many opinions, and I'm just like, your opinion about me literally has nothing to do with the progression of my life in any form or fashion. So I don't have the energy to engage. I really don't. Exactly, E. Wish people think like that, but hey, it's life. It's true. People was dragging me on live about the whole Portia situation, and I always say people take it too deep. I can't wait for Married at First Sight. You're doing Married at First Sight, Ramel, on your channel? Don't do me, boo. Don't do me. Literally, I couldn't see front, side, or behind. See? The snow is just... Yeah, I'm snowed in Cleveland. I missed dialysis. Oh, damn. I'm so sorry. Oof, yeah. My car hasn't been able to start for the past 3 days. So I've had to use my mom's car. Oh, my days. Yeah. Winter is a whole nother beast. And I just feel like as an African, my God-given right is to have to not experience it. So when I decide to move, because I do plan on moving, it's just a matter of when, I'm going to a place that does not have snow. And if that means I have to deal with natural disasters, I'll take the natural disasters. Baby, give me an earthquake any day. If it means I don't have to trek through this cocaine powder on the streets, then I'm okay with that. Yes, Queen, I decided to do Married at First Sight because certain YouTubers said I should. I love that for you. Yes, you can miss a day or two before it becomes critical. Oh, okay. Okay. Good to know. I hope you make it tomorrow. Me in Texas not relating to this snowy weather. Do you see what I mean? That's the life I need to live. I've been living in this country for 21 years. This is not my portion. It's not my ministry. It is not my birthright. No, I refuse. I refuse. Just to let y'all know, we got 5 more minutes. We got 5 more minutes. Then I gotta go to bed. California or Florida? California, baby. Am I moving back to Africa? Honestly, I wanted to around the time when I was going away for school, but I didn't plan properly. Like I said, I'm very aloof. If I went home, I wouldn't move back home, but I would probably do like a 6-month stint. Definitely. I would definitely do a 6-month stint at home. I'm one of those Africans who actually loves going back home, probably because I didn't experience growing up there. So I feel like there's a deficit in my heart when it comes to home. So yeah, I definitely would do like a long vacation there. I really love your channel. You exude beauty and intelligence naturally. Get it, Queen. Sending love from a cold ass Harlem, New York. Thank you, Slim Hoodie. This cold. It's just not it. It's just not it. I'm glad I exude intelligence, man. This degree was expensive. Let me tell you that. So much snow in Ontario today, child. Oh, Rufaro. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. What about the forest fires? I mean, we experienced forest fires in Alberta too. When I lived in Alberta, like I don't want to say a whole city burned down, but essentially that's what it felt like. That's how intense our forest fires can be. So the only thing that I would have never experienced would be like an earthquake, something like that. But we have little tornadoes up in here too. We get all the same stuff. It's just we have to experience the snow. And that's what I don't want. Imagine coming from South Florida to Western North Carolina and get to experience winter storm and get about 8 inches of snow. 8 inches, huh? Must be nice. Oh, that must be nice. Wait, every single winter I'm like, girl, y'all couldn't have chose something cute like California to immigrate to. That's what I'm saying. I understand as immigrants, Canada was the easiest for us, especially because my dad spoke French, so they brought us here to Quebec. But like, y'all, that was not a good choice. Ian, not sure if you went over this, but what are your plans and goals for the new year? Honestly, I'm not the type to 5 more minutes. I just logged on. I'm so sorry, just Sahara. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh, my plans for the new year. I don't really make New Year's resolutions that are like physical achievements. It's more so existential stuff. So I want to be more patient. I want to be more forgiving. I want to be more loving. I want to be, more self-confident, stuff like that. I do have goals where it's like, I want my channel to grow. I want to have more brand deals. I want to be like an established social media content creator, stuff like that. But I don't really, I want to get healthier, just all that kind of stuff. But I don't really have like, here's my vision board of the things that I need to accomplish in 2022, just because I don't want to set myself up for failure, but I want to set myself up for progress, if that makes sense. We may get 1 inch of snow here on Friday, and we're freaking out. Southern USA life. 1 inch, hey? Wow. Some people don't know that they're living in luxury. Oh my gosh. But my videos aren't going to be long because lifetime is already long. I'm going to hit everything on the head. Please do. Please do, because we don't have time to be sitting here for another hour when the show was already 2 hours. And then on top of that, they want to have an after show that's another hour. Talk about milking. Oh my gosh. Yo, Lifetime is brazy about that. How's Zimbabwe doing? The last time I heard it was very bad. Like the money wasn't worth anything. And cost of living was crazy high. Yeah, I mean, as somebody who lives in the country, definitely it's not in a great place at all. And I think that's why I wouldn't want to move back. It hasn't been good for a long time, if we're being completely honest. That's why my parents always had the dream to leave. They wanted a better life for us, and a better life obviously implies that where you're at is not where it needs to be. So my parents are back home. They are living their best retired lives. I would definitely visit, but in terms of moving, nah. Plus, I'm very Canadian now at this point. Like, even though it is my culture, it still would probably be a culture shock if we're being honest. It doesn't usually snow in Washington State, but when it does, enjoy it for the first day, and then resent when it doesn't melt afterwards. Yo, for real, it's not my portion, Jay. It's really not. Okay, we love a self-reflective queen. I mean, you can't go to school for psychology and not therapize yourself. It kind of just comes with the territory. I know somebody said they don't like when I make up words. I love when I make up words, okay? So I be therapizing myself. These people figure out if drops below 30, if it drops below 30 in Florida, they be acting so dramatic. Yeah, I believe it. Raquenas, why are you come so late? We're about to leave. But hello, happy to have you. I'm planning to go to the motherland when I graduate college in 2023. I'll finally meet my 6 aunts and 1 uncle and their kids. Wow. I know no one except for 1 aunt from my mother's side, and I'm excited to meet them all. I love that for you. Yes, I love visiting Zim to see family, but it would be hard to live. Yeah. Visiting? Living? Yeah, living is a different story. Anyways, oh, you just woke up. It is 9:32. I gotta go. I'm so sorry. I love you guys. I love you. But I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first, Lucius. If you guys are on TikTok, you know where that's from. Yeah, again, Married at First Sight, Ready to Love reviews are going up tomorrow in the afternoon, my time. I'm going to bed, Chindy. I gotta lay my head down. Lay my head down. God bless you too. God bless you too. What else is going up? I'm gonna see about posting My Mom, Your Dad, and then Married at First Sight again on Wednesday because new episode, obviously. And then the Ready to Love watch party will be this Friday. All right. Girl, no need for TikTok. It's Empire. That's true. All right, y'all. Be blessed. Love y'all. And I'll see you later on this week. Bye.